I have this like a weird thing going on in the past where I would just look at people and be jealous of them in any kind of way. I would like compare my life always to other people, which is a very bad thing to do from a mental health state. But yeah, I always did that. Like, because I always felt so alone with whatever I was going through. I tried to connect with people, but you know, one thing I realized myself growing up is I self actualize a lot, which is not the most common thing. I'm not saying I'm special, I'm one in a million, but it's not so often that you meet someone who like self actualizes a lot, self intellectualizes everything, like so self aware of everything. And it's not that I always had that. I always was observant of people, but I lived in isolation for a pretty long time. So I just, started getting interesting about myself and just learn about what I do, how I react. And, it led me to have like a weird personality where I am always aware of what I'm doing. I'm very hard to read, actually. When someone tries to read me, I kind of like look at them like, come on, bro, stop it. You're not going to be able to read me. I'm going to do different things for different reasons, and you're not going to know why. Because the more you know me, the more you get confused as why I do things. Because I self actualize a lot. It's like a refresh button for me, like which you always press in the browser, like refresh. Oh, god damn. When it's like not loading up, I always do that. So I self actualize a lot. I reflect a lot, even in the moment. And when I change like my actions towards things, some people think it's like anxiety, but I experienced a lot of anxiety growing up. I'm pretty sure that's not anxiety. Just like, hit the refresh button, start fresh. I know where this is going. Like, I'm getting too comfortable at work and saying, damn, I gotta, lock in because this is work. If I slack off now, time will feel slow. Gotta work. So, time, passes pretty fast. So I could just go home and just have fun playing games, I guess. But yeah, with certain people, like with the thing of being self-actualizing every time is it's kind of hard to connect with people from that standpoint because you self-actualize a lot. The most of what you're talking about is very, very weird to people. It's like people I talk to don't understand what I'm saying. They think it's like a foreign concept. Like I ask about like, have you ever felt like when you do this and you feel that kind of little thing, then you realize, oh no, this is gonna lead me to a lot of bad decisions at the time. And people, kind of agree, but they think like, oh, that's kind of bullshit nonsense. So I had a habit of starting looking at people who connect easier to other people. Because I myself had a lot of trust issues growing up. I tried having trust. I was a trustful person back then, but it's a luxury to have people who you can lean on and trust and actually converse with in a safe environment. That's a luxury. To have that open space. And I kind of envy that in people. Like to have someone you could lean back on. And because of the trust issues I developed, I kind of had a character where I don't look that trustworthy because of my trust issues, you know? So it became harder and harder for me to find someone to trust. And I became more envious about people. And I tried being vulnerable and stuff like that. But I had so much stuff going on that when I trauma dump, people get confused about me the next day where I act all happy and stuff. Because I just said the most like, life wrecking stuff. Like, damn, how do you live like that? And then I just go on my day, smile, like laugh. They don't know that that's been a big part of like my life back then. Like, just blocking that, and it's like, this is a nice day now. So yeah, I envied people a lot with connections, and I didn't have that tight knit family that everyone wanted. So every time I go home, I commute, I see like a family eating together, just like at the table. Just start to look at them like that. That must be nice. And I started thinking like a lot of things we have is our luxuries. I have a lot of things that are luxuries. Like whatever happens, I'm financially stable. That's a luxury I have, and it's a good luck. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty lucky with money, which is a luxury I have. And some people just have luxuries and, being always trustworthy, always easy to connect with. That's a luxury. And everything is actually a luxury. I'm not saying I own it, because in this world we own nothing. So I try not to act as if I own it and it will be forever mine. Because that's how we lose control of our life when we take control of everything. We think that everything we have is we own. We don't own anything in this life, and the sooner you'll realize that, the sooner you'll be happy. The sooner you'll just I just you just appreciate everything you have that is a luxury. Everything you don't want is like a lesson that's waiting to be learned. That's how I look at life. But yeah, people have a lot of luxuries that they don't really talk about. Like, you have your own room, you have your own bed. That's a big luxury. I'm 21, and this is the first time I'm having my own space. Even though I'm independent, I pay for everything, but it's my own space. It's first time I'm having my own space and privacy, which is pretty sick. Because I've always had to live with, manipulators, narcissists, and stuff like that. I don't like think of. I'm not saying like, oh, I love with them. They're a narcissist. No, I like give them the grace period of like 1 year until I want to rip their head off. That's mostly my stepmother. My family, on their other hand, no, they're not narcissists. They're just not well parented. Like, it's a sad thing to say, but we have a history of, very neglective parenting, or like stuff like that. We don't have the best track records when it comes to being the best father, best mother, being the best parents at all. Maybe that's why me and my sister don't want to have kids at all. If you ask me, my sister, we don't want kids. It's like too much of a burden, you know. We got stuff going on in our heads. We got stuff going on in our lives. Maybe the kids isn't just a thing that we can afford in this lifetime. So yeah, we don't have that luxury to be very very open about children. I guess because we still got a lot of like parental stuff and family stuff going on that affects our mind every day. Like, damn, if you got a good family, that's a big luxury because you don't have a lot of luggage to work with. Because when you got a lot of luggage to work with when it comes to families and stuff, damn, it's kind of hard because it gets you emotionally, and you don't realize it, but it actually does. It's a big part of who you are, actually. So yeah, just know what your luxuries are, and you don't own them. So just appreciate it while you have them. Maybe it'll stay forever, maybe not. We don't know. Life is a luxury. Even though it might not seem like it, from time to time, it is a big luxury. Just depends how you look at it. I have a job, pretty good job. That's a luxury. Got a good bed, luxury. I'm a pretty great person right now. That's a big, big luxury. That's the best luxury I am proud of. But the thing about it is, I can, change for the better, and I cannot change. I can control myself, which is the best luxury I can afford. Because in this world, I gotta control at least one thing, and that's me. So, whenever someone like kind pops up in your life, like genuinely kind, like supportive, like caring, you gotta appreciate them because they're a luxury. You appreciate your family, even though they're not the best family that you might think of, but they're a luxury either way. Maybe like a wooden chair, but still luxury. The way you look, luxury, your health, you got full, all the arms, all the legs, you got teeth, eyes, nose, everything. That's a big luxury. You get to live a life where, you're not in the streets, you're not in war. Big, big luxury. That's about it. Treat everything as a luxury that you don't own, that soon will pass one day or another. Because everything might go out, everything might great might come in. Either way, you gotta appreciate what you have. Treat it as a luxury. Maybe that'll help life a little bit. No, maybe that'll help you live a better life. No, hope you appreciate your luxuries in life. Hope you live long and well. This Chris Gillian signing off. Pow, 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 pow.